You pray, but nothing changes. You ask God for clarity, but your life still feels confusing, like you're moving without direction, like something is missing, but you can't even explain what it is. And after a while, you stop saying it out loud, but deep inside, something starts growing, a quiet frustration, a silent question that you try to ignore, but that keeps coming back. Why is nothing happening? Why does it feel like God is silent? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward and you're just stuck in the same place? And the hardest part is not even your situation, it's the feeling that comes with it. That feeling of doing your best but seeing no result. That feeling of asking, hoping, trying, and still feeling like nothing is changing. So let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. What if God is not silent, but your life hasn't changed enough to receive what you're asking for? What if the delay you're experiencing is not rejection, but preparation? Because right now, you say you want a different life. You say you want peace, clarity, stability, purpose. You want to wake up one day and finally feel like everything makes sense. But when you look at your daily life, not your intentions, not your dreams, but your actual actions, there's a gap. You wake up tired. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. The first thing you do is reach for your phone, not even thinking, just reacting. You scroll, not because you want to, but because it became your escape. Minutes pass, then more minutes, then an hour, and before you even realize it, your energy is gone. And the things you said you would do, the things you know you should do, the things that could actually move your life forward, stay undone. Then you tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow comes, and it looks exactly like today. Same habits, same distractions, same excuses. And slowly, without realizing it, your life starts to reflect not what you desire, but what you tolerate. That's the truth most people avoid. They say they are waiting on God, but in reality, they are avoiding discipline. And I know this is uncomfortable, because it's easier to believe that something outside of you is the reason you're stuck. It's easier to say it's not the right time, that the opportunity hasn't come yet, that God hasn't opened the door. But what if God is waiting for you to move? What if your life is not blocked, your habits are? What if the reason nothing changes is not because God is delaying you, but because you are not becoming someone who can handle what you're asking for? This might be hard to hear, but it could change your life. God is not the reason you feel stuck. Your lack of discipline is. Not your past, not your environment, not your situation, your discipline. Because discipline is what connects your prayers to your reality. Without discipline, your prayers stay as words. With discipline, your life starts to move. You can pray every day. You can ask God for clarity, success, peace, direction. But if your actions stay the same, your life will stay the same. And deep down, you already know this. You know what you should be doing. You know the habits you need to change. You know the distractions you need to remove. You know the discipline you keep avoiding, but you keep delaying it. And here is the dangerous part. The delay feels comfortable. There is no immediate consequence, no instant pain, no visible loss. So you think it's okay. But slowly, quietly, your life starts to reflect your choices, not in one big dramatic failure, but in small, repeated actions. Choosing comfort over growth, choosing distraction over focus, choosing delay over discipline, again and again and again. And those small decisions build your life. The Bible says that faith without works is dead. That means you can believe, you can pray, you can hope, but if your life doesn't move, nothing changes. God gives vision, but you must act. God opens doors, but you must walk through them. God gives potential, but you must build the discipline to sustain it. And here is the truth most people avoid. The life you are asking God for requires a version of you that does not exist yet. A version that is more disciplined, more focused, more consistent. A version that shows up even when it's tired, that continues even when it doesn't feel like it, that does what is right even when it's hard. Because success without discipline creates chaos. Peace without discipline disappears. Blessings without discipline become burdens. That's why some doors stay closed. Not because God said no, but because you're not ready yet. And instead of asking, why is this happening to me? you need to ask, who am I becoming through this? Because everything changes when you ask that question. You stop seeing your situation as a problem, and you start seeing it as a process. You stop feeling stuck, and you start understanding that you are being shaped. Because discipline is not punishment. It is preparation. God is not ignoring you. He is preparing you. Preparing your mindset, your habits, your character, your ability to handle what you're asking for. Because if you receive what you want too early, it will destroy you. The life you want requires stability, and stability is built through discipline, not motivation, not emotion, but discipline. Doing what is right even when you don't feel like it. Showing up even when you're tired. Continuing even when it's hard. Because your future is not built in one moment. It is built daily, in silence, in consistency, in discipline. And one day, you will look back and realize something powerful. It was not one big moment that changed everything. It was your consistency. So today, don't make another emotional promise. Don't say you will start tomorrow. Make a real decision. Today, even if it's small. Because your life doesn't change in one day, but it changes when your days change. And if this message spoke to you, don't ignore that feeling. That feeling is awareness, and awareness is where change begins. So comment, I'm ready to become, and subscribe, because you're not just waiting for your life to change, you are becoming.